Attention duelists. Phoenix here, bringing you Master Duel Mondays. Watch and learn what in God's name is going on with this one over here. I mean, we have to watch this. It's got that freak of thunder, both decks. So it could be two bots going head to head. There's only one way to find out, though. That's to watch. And of course, this is the first one of the day, so it's gonna. Oh, wow, load time was actually short. I retract my monologue. Oh, they're both self destruct decks. That's 4, summons the Immortal of Thunder and passes. Duelist A activates White Veil, putting on the opponent's Immortal of Thunder. Opponent activates Skill Invitation. Chains Dark Contract with the Errors. All cards resolve. Duelist A sets 2 more in the back row, summons Mechadog Maron, swings at the Immortal. White Veil will reflect all the damage. Well, White Veil will do its thing. So, cards cannot be activated in response. White Dog Maron goes away. Both players take 1,000. Duelist B takes 1,000 for contract with the errors. Duelist A will activate their own errors contract. Duelist B summons their own Mechadog Maron. Mechadog and Immortal of Thunder both swing in. Duelist A takes 1,000 for the contract, activates double summon. Takes 300 thanks to Skull Invitation. Nothing else happening. With the damage on board and contract, Duelist A is set to lose it at the start of their turn. Duelist B takes 1,000, swings in with both monsters. Passes turn, and the prophecy is fulfilled. Well, I got the answer I wanted, but turns out I didn't want it all that badly. See if there's anyone else that's standing out to me. Maybe in actual festival's not ready yet. Bummer. Egyptian gods. I see Gold Pride. Haven't seen one of them in the wild yet. Opens Captain Carry, 2 Rollerballers, Cyclone and Ruler No More. Summons Captain Carry. We'll add Start Your Engine. That's 2 cards and passes. Pretty sure that was a weak start for them. Opponent activates Star Pendulum Graph. Goes to pass turn. Cosmic Cyclone will banish Pendulum Graph. Rollerballer will activate its effect. Their life points are lower, so they will be able to special summon it. Captain Carry will swing in. They'll set a second Start Your Engines and pass. Duelist B summons Skullcrabat Joker. Start Your Engines will chain, targeting Skullcrabat. Draw off Leon, Nitro Head, and Leon. Nitro Head comes out. Skullcrabat Joker is popped. They add Pendulum Dragon. They put a Phantom Dragon and the Pendulum Dragon in the scale. Then Pendulum Summon. Bring out Oath Dragon and Odd Eyes Phoenix. Player activates another Start Your Engine. This time getting Leon. Oath Dragon is popped. Oath Dragon, sorry, not Oath Dragon. Leon and Captain Carry will then use Leon's effect to sync together into Star Leon. Star Leon will then target the Phoenix, destroy it, gain its attack points as stats. Rollerballer will then use its effect, using with the other Rollerballer in hand, while the Pendulum Dragon's effect was Chain 1, making Pinballer. Pendulum Dragon will bring out Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, and Pinballer will steal it as an equip. During the end phase, Star Leon will tag out for Leon, who will summon back Carry. Carry will add Neck and Neck, and Pinballer will tag itself back out for Rollerballer. Player draws Kashtira Ogre, so they're still a little gross. Leon and Captain Carry will then overlay into Chariot Carry. Chariot will detach Captain Carry, add Better Luck next time, which they will then activate, adding another Leon to hand. They take some damage, summon the Leon. And the bots are already here. Hate that. Sorry, I got distracted there. Leon will use its effect, targeting Rollerballer, summoning it back, then will swing in. That's its neck and neck. Chariot Carry will tag out for Captain Carry during the end phase, and Better Luck next time will activate, chaining off of Captain Carry. Carry adding another neck and neck. And next time we'll add The Crowd Goes Wild. Nitro Head will use its effect, summoning a Nitro token. The token, being apparently level 5 or higher, is then able to be tributed for Odd Eye's Advanced Dragon. So Nitro Head did not have toggle on to immediately use its effect and pop the Arc Dragon. Now there's a new Odd Eye's Advanced Dragon, which will get rid of Nitro Head and deal some damage. Duel Speed will then Pendulum Summon, bring back Oath Dragon, and summon a Saber Dragon from hand. Oath Dragon will activate, targeting the Advanced Dragon in Grave. Rollerballer will chain, and its neck and neck will chain, targeting Nitro Head. Nitro Head is added back to hand. Rollerballer will fuse with Captain Carry. Rollerballer with Rollerballer and Nitro Head for Pinballer. Oath Dragon will add Advanced Dragon to hand. New chain. Pinballer will steal all 3 monsters, and during the end phase, send itself away for Rollerballer to come back. Better Luck next time will add Rollerballer to hand. Player activates another Better Luck next time, adding another Nitro Head. Nitro Head takes damage thanks to Better Luck next time. Nitro Head will summon itself, which, together with Leon, will make Psychic End Punisher. Moves to battle. Pep will gain the difference in stats. Swings in for game. Neat to see it without being attached at the hip to Punk Pile. A Dark World. I think that's Rolona, but I don't recognize one of the other cards, so it's a little interesting. Shieldworm. Activates Gravekeeper Servant, summons Shieldworm, goes to defense mode, mills the opponent, losing Brow. Duelist B activates Dark World Puppetry, targeting the Brow. Bubblebringer will activate, blocking level 4 or higher monsters from attacking directly. Puppetry will banish Brow, discard Grapha. Grapha will pop the Gravekeeper Servant. Player summons another Brow, bounces it to summon Grapha. Grapha will swing over the Shieldworm. Main phase 2, sets 1 card in the back row and passes. Duelist A, full pass. Duelist B, banishing Dark World Puppetry. Targeting Brow, add it back to hand from banish. Activates card destruction. Brow will trigger. Also will Brow. And Gold Woo Lord. And Rainbow, Overking. Duelist A will activate Appropriate. Rainbow, add another Grapha to hand. Gold will summon itself. Brow will allow the drawing of a card, and Appropriate will get Duelist A2. Same thing off the second one. Duelist B activates Dark World Ascension, fusing Grapha and Rainbow from hand to make Grapha Dragon Overlord. Grapha and Rainbow's effects will activate for being discarded. Rainbow will add another Grapha to hand. Grapha will pop a bubble. Player will swing. Battle Fader will attempt to activate, but Grapha Overlord will activate, changing Battle Fader's effect to pitch Grapha, which will then pop the Appropriate, and then steal the Battle Fader. Rafa and Woolord then go for the follow-up and game. Not quite sure what Duelist A was trying for other than to stall, but they're dead now. Nothing else is immediately jumping out at me, so let's kick this into ranked. Hit random. This digital bug, the digital bug starter. Player summons Bachi Bachi Bachi. Opponent will activate Max C in response to the summon. Duelist A activates Xyz's reception. Target one face a monster you control has a level. Summon a monster with the same level from your hand. Its effects are negated, its stats become 0. And summon Digital Bug Cocoon Denser. Both are going to overlay into Digital Bug Sciradiator. Cocoon Denser's effect will activate, as will Bachi Bachi. And what effects were those? Oh, they give abilities to them, but they're gone now. So, those were then sent away to make Digital Bug Corbage. Player sets one and passes. Don't think Duelist A's got a lot in the tank. Duelist B, however, activates Lightning Storm, starting Spell Trap. Duelist A will chain Bug Emergency. Summon back Bachi Bachi and Cocoon Denser, so nothing really lost. Then the Corbage is tributed for Radiant. Opponent activates Pre-Prep of Rights, so this is probably Makanko. Bug Emergency will banish itself and Corbage. Adjusting the level of the bugs on board, Black Illusion Ritual and Relinquished are added. Illusion Ritual will tribute Relinquished. You summon Relinquished. Relinquished will use its effect, stealing the Cocoon Denser, then summons Golden Eye's Idol, which will link away for Relinquished Anima, pointing up at Radiant. Using its effect, steals Radiant, activates Relinquished Fusion, using the Golden Eye's Idol and Relinquished Engrave to make Millennium Eyes Restrict. Golden Eye's Idol effect, stealing the Bachi Bachi Bachi. Anima and Millennium Eyes will both swing direct. Then, main phase 2, Anima and Relinquished will link together for Predaplant Verte Anaconda. It'll use its effect, sending away Fusion Destiny, fusing Dasher and Denier to make DPE. Passing turn, player draws Web Soldier. Web Solder. DPE will use its effect. No, it won't actually. It'll die to Fusion Destiny. Weird. Why not fire that? Either way, DPE comes back during the next phase. Relinquished Fusion will steal the solder, put it onto Millennium Eyes, activates another pre-prep, adding another Relinquished and Black Illusion Ritual. Summons Torgod from the Underworld, which will summon a Sangan. Denier Engrave will summon itself back. Verte, Sangan, and Torgod will all link together, making Access Code Talker. Sangan's effect will activate with Access Code Chaining, targeting Verte. Sangan will add Max C. Moves to battle, DPE Punch, Denier Punch, and Access Code for the game. The outcome of that one was not a surprise. Hey Ara, welcome to the video. Looks like another self-destructor here. Activates double summon, which will do nothing this turn. Sets autonomous activation unit. Activates. What in God's name was that card? Old Mind. Look at one random card in your opponent's hand, apply one effect, discard both that card and one card from your hand of the same type. Then add this card from the field to the opponent's hand, and if you do draw one, lose life points. Weird. Got rid of Fire of the Yang Zing. Weird. The decks these self-destructors make up. Duel's B activates Old Mind, hitting double summon, pitching their own Sword Soul Sacred Summit. Uses Long Wan's effect, pitching Sword Soul Assessment, summoning Long Wan and a token. The two sync together for the Sinister Sovereign. Long Wan will burn for 1200. Summons Ecclesia. Ecclesia will tribute herself. Summon the Iris Sword Soul. Moves to battle. Sinister Swing. Iris follow up. Duelist A at 14 hundo. Duelist A activates Old Mind. The Sinister Sovereign will activate and will burn for 1200. Dark Resonator was hit. They had no card of the same type to discard, so instead they will take 1000. And Sword Soul wins, I guess. Bestial branded. Oh, opponents run super heavy. Put Samurai Prodigy in the scale using its effect, bringing out Monk Ben K and summoning the Prodigy. Monk will then add Soul Piercer to hand. Droll and Lockbird coming out, which is a hard counter to this strategy, IMO. Player summons the Soul Piercer, links it away for Samurai Scarecrow. Scarecrow will use its effect, pitching Ghost Ogre, summon back the Soul Piercer. Soul Piercer and Prodigy will then sync together to make Samurai Ninja Sarutobi. Too much is happening right now. Player will place in the scale. Prodigy. No, that's right. He went to the Pendulum Zone, and then he could bring himself back. The Soul Piercer's effect will be Pendulum summoned. Bestial Magnum will activate, targeting Ghost Ogre. Player will chain their own Wandering Griffin Rider. Magnum's effect will activate. No card actually added, though, because Droll and Lockbird says no one adds cards. Branded Regained will activate. Sarutobi will chain. Destroying Regained, dealing 500. Magnumut goes to attack mode for some reason. Then Griffin and Magnumut will link together for Romulus. Is this actually Dragon Link somehow? Romulus will attempt to use its effect to add Dragon Ravine, but Effect Veiler off of the Samurai player says no. Activates 1 for 1, pitching Druis Worm, summoning Black Metal Dragon. Black Metal will link away for Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon will activate Boot Sector Launch. Black Metal will add a Red Eyes. Adding Darkness Metal. Boot Sector Launch is added. Banishes Striker to summon the Red Eyes. Red Eyes will summon back Black Metal. Black Metal and Romulus will link away for Hieratic Seal. Black Metal again, adding Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. Red Eyes will swing over the Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow and pass. Sarutobi effect, popping Big Bunk Ben K, dealing 500. Soul Piercer will link away for another Samurai Scarecrow. Soul Piercer effect engrave, adding Motorbike. Prodigy's effect, putting another Big Monk in the scale, summoning itself. Big Monk will add Soul Peacemaker. The Scarecrow will activate, pitching Psyframe Gear Gamma, targeting Soul Piercer. RX Seal will activate, bouncing the Scarecrow. Scarecrow summons to the zone that it points to, so it no longer being on board means it will probably whiff. RX Spear will tag out for Abso Router. Now, Ninja Sarutobi will tag out for Samurai Scarecrow. Peacemaker will activate, equipping itself, use its effect to pop itself and the monster it's equipped to summon Samurai Scales. Scales will summon back Piercer. Too many cards with the same name. Prodigy will discard Nibiru, summon Super Heavy Samurai Wagon, Then Scales, Soul Piercer, and Prodigy will all sync together. Actual Samurai player. For Super Heavy Samurai Steam Train King. Soul Piercer will activate to add a card. Prodigy will activate, putting itself back in the scale. Adds Soul Horns. Soul Horns effect, putting itself on the train. The train will discard a card, pop that one card. Wagon will swing over Abso Router. Abso Router gets a card. Train King will swing twice. And that's game. The turn one Droll did a lot to keep that game going longer, but end of the day, Samurai super slammed him. Weird to see Blue Eyes Albaz? Weird. Player activates Fusion Recycling Plant, summons Fallen of Albaz, sets one back. Yeah, Samurai's a little nutty right now. Get 3 different cards to start their 1-card combo. Cartesia will be summoned. Use her effect, fusing Albaz with the Alt Dragon. Make Albion the branded. Albion will banish Alt Dragon and Albaz, do another summon, this time of Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Passes turn. Duelist B activates Ancient Chant. Duelist A activates Magic Cylinders. Setting Magic Cylinder. The Winged Dragon of Ra is added to Duelist B's hand. Ancient Chant is then banished, so Ra has the good summoning effect, for some reason, this turn. That's one monster and passes. Player draws another Magic Cylinders, sets it. Swings with Tyrant Dragon over Salamangrate Zebroid X, then resets Magic Cylinders. Albion and Cartesia go for the follow-up, and then Guardian Slime comes out. Tyrant Dragon, being able to attack twice, tries to do so. Slime gains stats to protect itself, and the match continues. Duelist B will tribute their slime for the Egyptian god Slime. Guardian Slime Engrave will activate its effect. Magic Cylinders will chain, setting Magic Cylinder. The True Sun God is added to hand, which will then be activated. The second Magic Cylinders is activated, just guaranteeing that Duelist B will not attack. Sun God adding Winged Dragon of Ra, Mortal Phoenix. The God Slime is then tributed for the Winged Dragon of Ra. True Sun God goes away. Ra is sent away. The timing on that one is weird, and they have messed up and are now wide open. Player draws Chaos Dragon, moves right to battle. Tyrant will swing once. And Albion with the follow-up and game. Not everyone can be a true disciple of Ra like me. Know how to run the deck right. Vanquish Soul. Summon Soul Raisin using its effect, adding Heavy Borger. Borger will use its effect, bounce Raisin, summon Self. Reveal Dr. Madlove in hand, adding Snow Devil. Then using its effect, summoning Xiaolan, which will then show off Raisin and Pluton. Add Caesar. Borger then links away for Rock of the Vanquisher. Rock will use its effect, summoning Dr. Madlove. Dr. Madlove will add Trinity Burst. Player sets 2 in the back and passes. Xiaolong will show off Raisin and Pluton. Add another Borger. Now it is properly Duelist B's turn, who activates Lightning Storm. Rock of the Vanquisher will activate. Summoning Raisin. Lightning Storm will pop the attack mode monsters. Raisin will use its effect, adding Pantera. Opponent activates Gold Pride. The crowd goes wild. Probably a good thing Duelist A didn't use any burn effects that turn, otherwise Gold Pride would be fully active. But they add a card to hand, which is Nitro Head. Summon Nitro Head, taking damage. Activate Better Luck next time, adding Captain Carry. Then they summon Leon. Leon and Nitro Head will sync together. For Pep. Captain Carry's effect will activate, summoning herself. She will add Start Your Engines. That's 2 in the back. Pep will gain stats equal to the difference in life. Swing over Raisin. Set 1 more in the back and pass. Feather Duster could do a lot here. Duelist A activates it. Opponent activates Called By, targeting Raisin. Chains Pedal to the Metal, protecting Captain Carry. Raisin is banished. Duster will resolve, sweeping up the board. Heavy Borger will activate, bouncing Dr. Madlove to summon itself. Will then show off Pantera and Pluton, dealing 1500. Passing turn. Borger will use its effect again, showing off both to deal another 1500. Activates Snow Devil, shows off Pantera and Pluton, Dr. Madlove, dealing 400. Summons Dr. Madlove, and then more damage is dealt for game. They timed that out very well to get around having to worry about actually removing Pep. Good for them. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely a monster. Yet one can't help but watch in awe. But now we have Makonko. Player summons Ecclesia, tributes her, summoning Moye. Moye will reveal Sword Soul Blackout, summon a token, typical Sword Soul combo. Moye and the token will make Chishao. Chishao effect, Moye chaining. They're going to draw 1 card, add long 1. No, they had Emergence. They probably already have him. There he is. Long 1 effect, pitching the Blackout, summoning himself and a token. Token and Long 1 sync together for Supreme Sovereign Cheng Ying. Long 1 will burn for 1200, activate Sword Soul Emergence, which will add Arch Nemesis Protoss. Protoss will banish 3, summon itself. Declare Dark. Duelist A activates Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Ash Blossom in response, because Kaiju Slumber does summon cards from deck, this will resolve. Duelist B chaining their own Max C to their own Ash Blossom. Kaiju Slumber does whiff. Ohime's effect will activate, adding Huli. Huli is then discarded. Activates Makonko Fire Dance. Activates Makonko Ceremony as Chain 2. Ceremony, summoning the Ohime from hand. Fire Dance, summoning back Huli and the opponent's Ash Blossom. Huli effect, opponent Duelist B activates Iris Sword Soul, summoning her from hand. Huli adds Makonko Promise. That's it. Ceremony Engrave, banish itself. Send away Water Arabesque. Cards were banished, so Cheng Ying will activate. Ohime's effect will chain. Ishao will chain. Ohime equipping Water Arabesque to Ishao. Sorry, Cheng Ying. And then he gets banished. Along with Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and Reflection Rondo. It was not Water Arabesque. I saw blue and I got confused. Activates Hidden Armory, sending away Preparation of Rites. Now adding Water Arabesque. Activates it, targeting Protoss. Summons Hare, bouncing Protoss. Hare's effect, Iris Sword Soul will chain. Its effect is already negated thanks to Chishao. Mayawashidori is added, activated. Put on Ohime, activates Hidden Armory again, sending away another Huli, adding another Mayawashidori. Swings into Chishao, transferring the damage, does the same with Huli, and once again with Ohime for game. Had the perfect Sword Soul opener, and it did not matter. Opponent activates Dark Lord Ixchel, pitching her, and the Sanctified Dark Lord sets 2 in the back row, summons Fallen of Albaz, and passes. Ixchel's effect, letting them draw 2. Duelist A is going to activate Albion the Shrouded, revealing itself, sending away Brand of Retribution, put itself back, draw 1. Activates the effect of Bestial Saronir, banishing the opponent's Ixchel. To summon Saronir, summons Aluber, will add Branded Fusion. Activate the fusion. Opponent activates Super Polymerization. May have been a bit too quick on the draw with that one. Pitching Dark Lord Nasten, fusing their Albaz with Saronir to make Lubellion the Searing. Branded Fusion will send away Albaz with Bestial Lubellion to make Albion. Albion's effect will activate. Saronir will chain. And Lubellion will be chain 3, pitching another Nasten. Branded Retribution will chain, targeting Branded Fusion, link 4. Retribution, add Branded Fusion back to hand. Lubellion fuse itself with Albaz for Mirror Jade. Saronir will send away Branded Opening. Albion will fuse Aluber with Albaz for Masquerade. Feels wrong. Albion is then tributed for the Bestial Lubellion. The Bestial will set Branded Regained, activates Gold Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus will banish Despian Tragedy. Branded Regained will target Tragedy. Tragedy's effect will activate for having been banished in the first place. Add Guiding Quem, the Virtuous. Regained will put Tragedy back in the deck, draw 1. During the end phase, Albion will set Branded Lost. Now Duelist B. Summons their own Aluber. Masquerade will burn him a bit. Regained will activate, targeting Saronir. Saronir is summoned. Aluber will add Despia Theater. Masquerade using its effect, getting rid of Titaniclad to attempt to banish. Maxi will chain. Mirror gets rid of Mask. Regained will target Mask, put it back in the extra deck, draw 1, activates Theater. Mirror Jade will swing over Saronir. Saronir's effect will activate again, send away Magnamut. Then uses the Theater, fusing Mirror Jade and Aluber for their own Masquerade. Still doesn't feel right. The Titaniclad they sent away will summon Albaz, which does not cause a fusion effect. I guess they have no targets. Passing turn, player has a bunch of cards in hand, activates Branded Lost. Duelist B activates Branded in red as chain to Branded Lost. Cross out Designator, declaring Branded in red to stop the opponents. Weird mirror match. Half mirror. Branded in red is negated. Branded Lost will resolve. Fallen of Albaz is summoned, pitching itself, the copy, from hand to fuse with the opponent's Masquerade to make their own Mirror Jade. Branded Lost will activate, adding Mercurier. Bestial Lubellion's effect will activate. Masquerade the Blazing will activate to come back to the field. Mercurier is pitched, using its effect. Negating Masquerade. Bestial Lubellion will set another Branded Regained. Albion the Shrouded, send away Branded Sword. Sword will then banish itself. Target Albaz. Albaz added back to hand. Wasn't really needed. Albion goes away. Draws a card. It's Super Poly. Activate Branded Fusion. Fusing Cartesia with Fallen of Albaz. For Albion, the Sanctifier Dragon. Moves to battle. Sanctifier will swing at Albaz. Mirror Jade will instead just use its effect to banish it. Regained will put that banish card back in, draw a card. Both monsters swing, did not turn Bestial Lubell into attack mode. Titaniclad will then summon Guiding Quem during the end phase, who will send away a Albion the Shrouded. Cartesia will add herself back to hand. Duelist A, firmly in the driver's seat. Attempts to use Masquerade's effect. Sanctifier will use its effect. Instead, special summoning monsters each field, taking Masquerade for themselves, giving their opponent Max C. Opponent activates Dark Lord Contract, summons back Nasten, slams the Max C into their stolen Masquerade, self-destructing for game. I think that's about enough of all that for today. Big stretch. Well, we've had another soul-filling Monday Master Duel Watch and Learn. We saw some weird things. We saw some normal things. We saw some things we wish we hadn't. Yet, we all saw them together. And if you share your suffering, it's mitigated, not multiplied. Anyway, I'm done waxing philosophical. Hope you all have a good one. In the next video, thanks for watching. Bye.